you want to ride that AI wave. You want to ride that technology wave, which, as you said, we are slightly overweight technology stocks. We like communication services. It's all in there. But at the same time, I think November was a case in point why you wanted to be
Can I jump in
diversified.
just for a second?
Yeah,
Can I jump in just for a second? So again, on the morning call, you break all this stuff down, and I always get something out of it. We do with our partners every Monday morning. Communication services was up last week. All right. Tech was down like multiple percent. I forget the exact number, but usually those two kind of trade the same. Now, listen, but a lot of that was because of Alphabet. They came out with Gemini 3, which I'll admit, I don't think I can give recommendation on a stock, but I will say Gemini 3 is pretty cool. I'll just leave it there. That's a big reason why. So that was a different part. But again, it was interesting that tech was weak, but communication services was strong. Maybe it's because of Google. But anyway, go ahead.
No, and then you had Meta in there too, going the other way and things like that. Again, none of this is a recommendation. But last month, technology, S&P 500 technology sector was down close to 5%.
Yep.
Right, 5%. And then you think, okay, it's very concentrated. Now, if that's all you own, you'd be in trouble. Maybe that's why sentiment is pretty bearish. But the S&P 500 is flat, which means everything else made up for that. Everything else made up for that. Healthcare was up 9%. Staples are up 4%. And you think, oh, wait, maybe it's all defensive, risk off. No, materials was up 4.5%. Energy was up 2.5%. Financials was up just under 2%. So it wasn't just risk off and it's just staples and utilities and anything. No, you had very cyclical sectors, and especially materials. When materials do well, materials get a lot of their revenues from outside the US too. Goes back to that international diversification thing. And then you look at just the MSCI EFA index, developed markets. That was up over 0.5% in November. And that's why, you want to be diversified. There are ways, like November was a case in point in how to diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
Right. And EM was actually down. I think EM's part of that whole tech, EM is mostly China. It plays into that AI story, technology. So again, EM, it's not like we're slightly underweight EM, but look, I know people who are very positive on EM, but very positive on China. That's fine. But again, be careful of putting too much in that technology AI basket, right? You want to be diversified. There are ways to diversify right now.